If you're thinking about living in Southeast Asia, seriously, this video is probably for you. Today we're doing a direct cost of living comparison between Vietnam and Thailand. And we're going to focus on the two places I've spent the most time in the last 15 years, Ho Chi Minh City and Bangkok. So let's dive right into the numbers. So we're going to cover rent, food, healthcare, the visa situation, transit, nightlife, basically everything you need for your daily existence. And then at the end, we'll do a direct comparison of the different visas you can get depending on how long you're spending in each country. So let's get into it. If you don't know me, I'm Evan A. Check out the other videos. We talk about cost of living, retiring, and basically chilling the F out in Southeast Asia on this channel. I'm currently retired early in Da Nang, Vietnam. If you want to book a one-on-one consult with me and talk about making a plan for how you can do the same, let's do it. If not, let's get into some of the specifics. So first off, we're going to get straight into different neighborhoods and different rents. We're going to be talking about Thao Dien and Ho Chi Minh City, which is probably the biggest Westerner expat destination. Phu My Hung has more expats from Korea, Taiwan, Singapore. To live in Phu My Hung, spend a lot of time in Thao Dien. Thao Dien is where most of the international schools are, where most of the Western teachers are, where a lot of business owners are, where Sunny Side from Best Ever Food Review Show is. Ha! Shout out. Where a bunch of the food, amenities, condos, etc. are. So you're probably going to be looking at an apartment in Mastery. It's green, it's fairly walkable, it's definitely a family-friendly neighborhood. It does flood and the traffic smog scenario can be pretty gross, but we'll see. That's the same in Bangkok. It's packed with cafes, bakeries, bars, restaurants. The main strip on Swan View Street is the place to be and to be seen if you're an expat in Ho Chi Minh City and basically in Vietnam. A lot of young professional Viets like to hang out there as well. It's a good spot. There's also some great bun cha there, coincidentally. A modern two-bedroom condo, probably built within the last 5 years. And by the way, there's one of these new metro line subway stops for the new transit in Ho Chi Minh City here as well. It's going to be about $900 to $1,200 US, which is over 20 million Vietnamese dong, right up into that 25 million Vietnamese dong range. Sounds about right for me. If it's changed in the last 6 months, my bad. Maybe I'll scroll through a couple of these apartments right here for you. A studio you can probably still get in the $400 to $600 range, but that's finding a deal. You're likely going to pay, that anything under 20 million dong, I'd say, in Thao Dien is a deal, unless you're going to have roommates, or maybe if you've been grandfathered in and you're living in one of those older buildings, sure, you're finding a place for 15 million or 600 US, maybe even, 12.5 million, 500 US, something like that. 10 million or less, like $400 US or less, that's a steal at this point. So in Bangkok, we're going to talk about Eka Mai because I love it there. It's a great spot. It's where I would spend most of my time and do spend most of my time when I'm in Bangkok these days. Very friendly expat neighborhood, all the amenities, pubs, restaurants, pizza places, it's walkable. It's a little bit more of a car culture than Thao Dien in Vietnam, a little less motorbikeable, but there are still motorbikes there. That said, in both places, you can just grab wherever you want. So Eka Mai is central, stylish. It's definitely a sort of hip place to be on the come up. It's got its own BTS train stop, which is an amazing thing. It's a huge up from Ho Chi Minh City until they get their train in proper functioning order. But it's going to cost you a little bit more too. A modern two-bedroom condo in Eka Mai is starting at $1,200 and going all the way up probably to $1,600 or even $2,000 in a splurgy sort of nice spot. A studio, I think you're looking at around $700 to $800 US dollars. So either way, your cost of living, rent, housing price is going to be significantly more, 20 to 30% more than Vietnam. That said, Thailand has more polished amenities, better transit, probably better Western restaurants. I'm not going to get into the Thai food versus Viet food debate. We've had it before. People go nuts in the comments, whatever. So if you're eating local, though, Vietnamese food is still the king when it comes to Southeast Asian cheap street food. The prices in this country cannot be beat. A hot bowl of pho, a plate of com tam, a banh mi, any of that stuff, you're still realistically looking at $1 meals, $2 meals. Even the fancy sort of blown up by the Michelin guide rated pho places in the city, it still only costs like $3 US. In Bangkok, I'd say the Thai food, most street food, it's going to sound like a small overall amount. We're talking about $2.50, $3, maybe $4. But the reality is it is 25% to 30% more expensive than street food in Vietnam and in Saigon. So if we look at like say Nomeo and the cost of living calculator, we'll see that. And the reality is if you're talking about living somewhere for a year, 5 years, 10 years, you're not really talking about the difference in 25 cents. You're talking about a quarter more of your food budget being spent. Western food, I gotta say, it's better in Bangkok. There's no doubt about that. There's way more Western food options, way more taste. It's just better food in Bangkok, straight up. Like Italian, probably Indian, definitely French food. Oh my God. Some of the like high-end French restaurants at the hotels in Bangkok, whoo, they are top whole stuff. That said, it's way more expensive. So I'd say the winner for budget-friendly, like local cheap eat street food is Vietnam. But overall, for like better access, quantity, availability, it's got to be Thailand. It's got to be Bangkok. So transport, unless you're crazy, as I was when I first got here, and you just straight up enjoy driving around on a motorcycle. It's fun. It's freeing. It's like a freedom aspect. Bangkok has a huge advantage here. They have a full operational BTS transit system. I will say their buses are absolute shite. They're miserable and terrible. But if you're on the BTS line, as you would be if in this scenario you're living on Ekamai, or even if you're in like Sukhumvit, the BTS is great. It's a real functioning transit system. It's super packed and busy at rush hour, so be warned. If you're looking at getting a job and living there, you could be stuck in some serious commutes, and then maybe you're not even getting, the whole escape from the rat race that you want by leaving home. So you're just back in a new rat race in Thailand. In Vietnam, you just got to go bikes. I made other videos about this, but if you end up taking cars around Saigon, you're going to be absolutely log jammed into traffic. Traffic's horrendous in Ho Chi Minh City, especially if you're in four wheels. You're just going to be stuck. You're not going to move. Talking about, I had situations where an hour and a half to go 2 kilometers, which is like barely more than a mile. If you're in the motorcycle, then it's like school of fish. You can fit between people, tuck between cars, zip around, yada, yada. So you rent your own motorbike for $40 a month or whatever, a little more than $1 a day. Or you just go grab rides for like 75 cents or $1. I will say one weird note. Grab drivers on motorbikes drive like maniacs in Bangkok. They drive way faster. They have like bigger, fancier, more modern motorbikes, and the roads are bigger, wider, and more open. So if you take grab bikes in Bangkok, like be careful. They'll also take off without giving you a helmet. Whereas in Ho Chi Minh City, they get fined if they don't give the passenger a helmet. So just be warned. It might actually be even more dangerous to get on a motorbike or the back of a motorbike in Bangkok than in Saigon. Healthcare. So again, Thailand is kind of known for like top tier healthcare, for plastic surgery, for like late life hormone treatments, testosterone, plastic surgeries, aesthetics, spas, all that stuff. It's like Thailand kind of has that market cornered. That said, I definitely think there's such a big market for that kind of stuff domestically in Vietnam and specifically in Ho Chi Minh City that it is growing to pace it. I'd say for a basic checkup here at like Vinmec, which is the hospital owned by the Vin Group or the VinFast car guy, the richest man in Vietnam, where you're going to get English language service and they're going to accept your foreign travel insurance. Probably about $50 for a checkup. Your annual expat insurance can be, up to around $100 a month, should cover you depending on what you're using. Go Vinmec, FV, Franco Viet Hospital in District 7. I found them really annoying and scammy when I was dealing with my insurance stuff. That said, the doctors, surgeons were fantastic. The service was impeccable. It was spotless. The tech, the machines, amazing. Under $100 for an MRI, $1,200 for a knee surgery. Right, so the cost in Vietnam a little bit cheaper than in Bangkok. Compared to $50, you're probably getting your check up to $30 or $40. I'd say usually under $1 million Vietnamese. The annual health insurance here, especially if you go local like Bao Viet or something, easily getting in at $500 or $600. You can also do it through HSBC Bank. If you want more specific details about this kind of stuff or are ready to set up a personalized plan, get in touch. Let's talk about nightlife and social life. They're both really good. Saigon's awesome. The big thing I miss most living in Da Nang and not being in Ho Chi Minh City and Saigon anymore is that Da Nang is like quiet. It shuts down early. It's a beach town. It's got that rooftop bar, beach bar vibes. It's great. It's beautiful. It's like sunset. Ho Chi Minh's not like that. It's pretty wild. Like you can be out at a place like the Gang Central, getting lit at 2 a.m. on a Tuesday. There's going to be hundreds of people there. You can go over to Japantown and like experience that sort of like, grabby massage girl type thing, and all of the like whiskey bars and speakeasies and izakaya spots and like downstairs in Izakaya 10 where everyone's smoking darts and drinking. Like, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I just straight up miss the nightlife of Saigon. It's amazing, and it's definitely more affordable than Bangkok. So you're talking about, if you're outside at a Bia Hoi place, you're getting beers on the street for well under $1 still in Vietnam. 50 cents, you know, Saigon style. You get a glass, you get ice, they pour a can of warm beer over the ice, you smash it. Precious. This stuff is perfect. I mean, you got to get it before it goes away. It's not going to last forever. Bangkok, a little bit more refined, a little bit more of a nightlife too. That's like you see in a movie like The Hangover and the YouTube videos. It's catered to expats already. So you're going to be going to places often full of other expats, full of other tourists. There's so many tourists in Bangkok all the time. But overall, is there probably more to do in Bangkok at night? Yeah, I think there's more events, more concerts, more DJs, more of that kind of action. This is a tough one for me because honestly, I probably prefer the nightlife of Saigon and Ho Chi Minh and Vietnam. It's definitely way cheaper locally. You have to embed yourself in the community and the people and stuff to get to know the shows and the spots and where to go. Whereas Bangkok, it's really easy to just like get off a plane and party your face off for a weekend, which we could do if you want. We could arrange that trip. Let's say Bangkok wins on variety, Ho Chi Minh wins on charm and my own sort of romantic notion of going out. Also, as a ringer, if I threw Hanoi in, just for like a weekend once a year, Hanoi might be my favorite city in Southeast Asia to go out and drink beers in. I love the Hanoian uncles, smoking darts, chugging beer, eating street meat. It's just a good vibe. It's a really good vibe. So next up, let's talk about visas, blah, blah, blah. Everyone knows Thailand has 1 million visas. They're so great, yada, yada, yada.
Sorry to interrupt, guys. Quick update. Literally, as I was filming this, Vietnam has confirmed that they officially launched the new golden visa. So that's 5 and 10-year options, digital nomads, retirees, the whole deal. It's a complete game changer. If you want my full update on that, click the link below, costoflivingabroad.com. It should be down there in the comments and the description. Okay.
And you can get a retirement visa, anyone over 50, you just have to pay. You can get an elite visa for 15,000, the LRT visas for blah, blah, blah. There's like, Thailand has a full buffet of amazing visas. You know, watch Retired Working for You, watch any Thailand channel, get advice. There's a million ways to do it. You're right, yada, yada. Vietnam, like so many things in Vietnam, the golden visa, the retirement visa, it's a work in process. I've talked about it in other videos. Ultimately, you're going to have to figure it out. You can come to someone like me for advice on how to do this. Or realistically, if this is just your first time coming here, chill out. Don't worry about it. Just come for 90 days, fly to Bangkok for a weekend, have a great weekend in Bangkok, fly back to Vietnam, get another 90 days. Your first 6 months here, like that's way more time than you actually need for a scouting trip. And I do not recommend coming anywhere or moving anywhere in Southeast Asia if you haven't done a scouting trip. You haven't been to the place first. Thailand definitely wins, hands down, on the visa round. It's no question. It's not debatable. But that doesn't really mean it's actually a better place to live. So hopefully I've given you a good like balance, you know, the yin, the yang, this, the that, the black, the white, the blue, the yellow, whatever. Let's break down the monthly budgets. Ho Chi Minh, Thao Dien, studio, $500. Food, $250. Transport, $50. Healthcare, $70. Going out, $130 US. Total, single dude, 1,000 to 1,200, I'm saying, gets you by good Thao Dien, Ho Chi Minh City today. Easily you can spend up to $2,000 without even trying by yourself. Just saying, 1,000 to 1,200 baseline Thao Dien. You're there, you're living, you're cool. You're not cooking your meals or cleaning your apartment. Okay, in Bangkok, Ekamai. Studio, $650. I'm being generous here. I'm being very generous too. Food, $300. Transport, $70. Healthcare, $100. Going out, $180. So your bare minimum, I'd say, in Ekamai in Thailand is $1,500. But even that number, when I'm just thinking about it in my head, seems way low. $50 a day, including your rent. I couldn't do that. I did the research and that's the number that came back to me, but real life, I couldn't do that. There's no way I could personally live in Ekamai for under $100 a day or $3,000 a month. Whereas in Ho Chi Minh City, I think I could still live on $50 or $60 a day. So about $1,500 to $1,800 is what I would realistically spend living in Ho Chi Minh and Thao Dien if my wife and children left me and moved to Koh Samui with a millionaire. Choose Vietnam if you're sort of curious, a little more exploratory, you want some adventure, you want to be a part of a place that's still developing, that's still unique, its own thing. Get culturally immersed, learn the language, get in touch with me. We can set a plan up for you. Or go to Thailand if you want the thing that's a little bit more expensive, but a little bit more solid. It's set up for you, it's reliable. I mean, the other thing too, as far as the social life, you can just live in an expat bubble in Thailand for the rest of your life and basically not have any communication with Thai people. But if you want to do that, sure, do it. You can do it for sure. Because I don't think that's really realistic in Vietnam. You've got to learn a bit of language. You've got to immerse yourself. Even in Ho Chi Minh City, it's not quite cosmopolitan or multicultural enough yet to get by without some Vietnamese language after your first 3 months, 6 months. I'm Evan A. Thanks so much for watching. New episodes of The Cost of Living Abroad pod go up every Sunday night on that channel, or you can watch some more of my weird, wonderful What the F videos in Southeast Asia and Vietnam here.